Nailed it. I remembered. I just let myself do the shocked face. Do it for the thumbnail. Good morning, cousins. Welcome to a live divination for specifically, exclusively, black sheep cycle breaking queerdos that are done being forced to participate in their lives in a way that they are not proud of. So we are getting together every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Almost fudged it there. To get together and connect with our magic, connect with our guides and guidance collectively, and ask, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our lives and our practice? Because our indoctrination under the big cappy pappy has us hating ourselves, hating our lives, hating everything. So screw that. So I should tell you who I am, huh? Always forget that. My name is Jen Marie. I am an initiated high priestess and sorceress of chaos. I am a witch born of shadow. I founded an international resource center and mystery school for neurodivergent black sheep cycle breaking weirdos that are wanting to repair their relationship with themselves and their life and community. And just recently, we also founded a church, a matriarchal church for witches born of shadow. I also wrote The Grimoire of the Ungovernable, which outlines what this path is, what this tradition is, and why we're doing it. And it's pretty great. We're starting to get a lot of attention because my coven is recruiting. And so we are turning our energy outside of the current community that we serve, and we are looking for more witches. We now have the ability to actually support uh, the communities that we serve in a way that can scale. And so we're seeing this massive influx of witches into our app space that we created, free and public, with tons of resources available within the app space. I know it's pretty exciting watching everything grow, and it's incredibly validating when what you've been working toward for years and years and years and years for a specific time, like, pops off exactly when you thought it would, right? We've been talking about this moment right now for a couple years now, preparing for it. And then just when we locked it in, boom, everyone comes. It's pretty great. It's yeah, incredible validation, and incredible to be on this journey with you, by the way. This is really exciting. I feel like we were born for this moment, this time. All right. So what I was going to say before, when I was going to introduce myself, yesterday, Morgana and I are the unbound witches that steward Weirdbrook. Weirdbrook is an 80-acre homestead in rural New England with a 4,000 square foot, 200-year-old farmhouse on it. And this space is covered in critter glitter, by the way. This space is a rehabilitation and education center for our coven. It's one of our resources that we have. Anyway, we are currently building hugelkultur beds in the front of the farmhouse, and one of the beds is like 4 feet by 100 feet, so it's big. And so we have been in the woods behind the farmhouse gathering materials for these hugelkultur beds. And we ended up exploring, there's 50 acres behind the house, and that's all forest and like creeks and stuff. And we went out exploring. There's this really old wagon road that they used to use, and there's way back along this wagon road is where one of the like farmhands used to live, is a little cottage that is ruins at this point. It's completely fallen down, but we went up there to kind of check it out and see if there's anything that we could use for building these beds and stuff. It was the first time I had gone back in there along that road. It's not a road. You couldn't drive a car. You could drive a horse and cart up that area, but it's so beautiful back in there. And it is the perfect building site for the expansion that we're going to be doing in the next 5 years. We are going to be building tiny houses back in there so that our coven has sanctuary, a place they can go to when the world gets weird. And this is only one of many that we will be starting, these homesteads and locations where witches born of shadow can get the support that they need in a physical location. Yeah, it's amazing. Things are great. Things are really, really great. And that was a lot of fun to go back there and get to know the space. There's this one spot in the back, and it has this, that someone built a rock wall. It's like there's the road, and then there's this rock wall, and then there's this like level place, and then it drops down. The acoustics in that space is mind-boggling. You can hear just like every sound echoes. It's like the perfect natural amphitheater right there. So we got plans for that area. It's really incredible. And the stones that are used to build these, like that road, to support the road, are massive. And those were moved 200 years ago, right? And just to think about the amount of effort that went into building that, right? The people that built Weirdbrook were Freemasons too. And that's cool, huh? No wonder it's so welcoming to us witches. Okay. I'm going to start this divination ceremony by getting my system prepared for divination. That's what this ceremony is for. That's the purpose of this. So you are welcome to join me. You are welcome to work in tandem in your own way, whatever gets you there. Okay? But roll your shoulders, stim if you need to. Make sure you're settled in a comfortable position. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, May you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make a declaration of intention. What are we doing? Why do we call everyone here? I'm going to do it in a way that we can do this like call and repeat thing. But if that gives you church camp flashbacks, you don't have to do it. It is most important that you are saying something that is meaningful to you. It needs to mean something. Okay. I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. All right, witches. Are you crying for no reason? Is that really true? When you get a taste of like real magic, it influences you on a very, very deep level. It creates a filter for you as well. You will be able to tell what is real for you and what is not. If it's real for you, it feels exciting. It's an embodied experience. If your embodied experience is confusion or like, what the fuck? I think it's early. It's far enough into this live that I'm not going to get dinged for dropping an F-bomb. I don't know, though. I don't know the rules. It changes everything when you, if you feel like confusion or you're like resistant to it, it's not for you. I practice a I practice the path of a witch born of shadow. It's a very specific way of engaging with my system and the systems that I interact with. Uh, Very much rooted in embodiment and connection. So, okay. Ken, we're asking, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? Yesterday was a very pokey reading. Pokey because we got the King of Wands and the King of Swords in our reading. What's that? These readings flow into each other. They don't exist in a vacuum. So the patterns in the readings that we get are important. You got the King of Swords again. All right. So, card on the top of the deck represents what is highlighted, answers our question. The card on the bottom of the deck represents what we're in resistance to or in denial of that is influencing our ability to sincerely engage with the top of the deck. Okay. The Knight of Swords reversed. This is the card that we drew. And I'm going to read the prompt that's on the card without influencing your interpretation of it. Your initial interpretation is important. It's a lot more important than what I have to say about what you should do with your life. Okay. You're full of energy, but have no idea what to do with it. Find some sort of outlet before you pop. Be sure to stick with a single task before jumping to the next. Failing to do so will keep you from ever getting anything done. The Knight may also be telling you that you're lacking the life experience necessary. So don't fret about making mistakes along the way. And the upright is you're on a mission and there's no stopping you. The only problem is that you may be too quick to take action and you're not planning. Keep that energy flowing, but be calculated. Don't trip over anyone on your way either. You may be careless of the feelings of others on your mission inadvertently. So try to remain empathetic. So what does that mean to you? I'm letting you brew on it. That's what this awkward pause is. I know that it's against the rules or whatever for live, like doing lives and stuff, but the rules are wobbly. Rules. Okay. The Knight of Swords. So this is what's coming up for me. As we get into the growing season, by the way, I'm going to be using a lot more gardening references. Just be prepared for that. Okay, guys. When you start your seeds for the year, when you begin the whole process of your starts is what they call it. So you plant your seeds in these little cups and then you grow the little starts before you put them into the ground when it's warm enough, right? We do that inside. But there is a tendency for homesteaders and anyone in general to start all of the seeds, start them all, do them all, right? We can and plan this like great big huge garden like process and everything. Um, and instead of the like 10 plants that you need, you end up doing 30 because you got some really cool varieties and you want to try all of them, right? So there's this moment where you need to just kind of like pause before actually starting all those thousands of seeds. You pause and you think about, what can I actually be responsible for? What do I have the physical, mental, and emotional labor uh, to commit to? Um, Instead of doing 5 experiments, if I did just one, I chose one experiment to do with the growing, with the planting, uh, which one is the most exciting? Like, you have to take that moment to really think about it, because what if you don't do that and you actually plant all of those seeds, you are then responsible for all of that until harvest. And you're responsible for the harvest itself, because harvesting is a lot of work, like a lot of work. Harvesting and processing is a lot of work. Now, that same analogy can be applied to your internal processes and your dreams and plans for this year. Okay. And now in the Northern Hemisphere, that's what the vibe that we are all tapping into is this, anything is possible, and the sun is finally back and your dreams can be made like real. There's this hope going on. And so this Knight of Swords is saying yes, like, yes, we're gonna be like diving into it. But if you could choose, if you could focus your physical, mental, and emotional labor from this like wide cast net to more like a fishing pole kind of thing, what would you hone in on and go all the way with? Right? What is the thing that is the most exciting? And focus on that. Right? Otherwise, you're going to have too much on your plate and you're not going to be able to harvest effectively, right? Not many people talk about how much work manifesting your dreams is. Not beforehand, it's the afterward. When your dreams are made manifest and you are sitting in it, that's a lot of work to manage, right? Regardless of what it is. All right. It's not always about growing the thing or making the thing. It's about being able to be responsible for what you've created. Mhm. All right. And also creating in a way that you are proud of. Because when you invest in a bunch of different things, it stretches you really thin. And those that you love most are influenced by that. They get the like the prickly side of you, the shortest fuse. They get the exhausted, overstimulated you. And it is your responsibility to necessarily mitigate that, but it's your responsibility to make sure that you aren't pushing yourself to that point, right? Yes. So now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's making it to where we're not able to actually really do this. The Six of Wands upright. So this is a card. Boom. And I'm going to read that prompt. There's a lot of quiet witches in here. Like, there's comments, but speak up. We want to know you. I genuinely want to know you. Okay, the Six of Wands. An important milestone has been reached, and you're feeling confident and self assured. Not only have you reached your goals, but others have taken notice and you've received acclaim. Don't let guilt stand in the way of your success. And the reverse is you're doubting yourself or feeling a bit of imposter syndrome. You may also be seeking validation, but you're not getting it. Define your version of success rather than looking for external approval. And if you're feeling egotistical, you may want to bring it down a peg before someone knocks it down for you. What does this feel like for you? This is an interesting combo, guys. All right. Remembering that this Six of Wands is what you're in resistance to or in denial of. That it's actually happening. So this is what we're pulling this out of shadow for you. So the Knight of Swords, we're talking about what seeds do you want to plant? What feels exciting for you? And again, we want to take the lens of capitalism and the patriarchy out of this. Not what is going to make you money. What is exciting for you? And don't like push it to the side. I mean, do what you want, but don't necessarily push it to the side because it's not going to make you money. And we're talking about your path, what you're here to do, not how you fit into a problematic system. Right? So, what is this dream? What do you want to do? It sounds like this thing that you're meant to do, that you want to do, you're holding back on it because you're like afraid of public acclaim. You're afraid of being recognized for it. You feel like your desire to be seen or recognized for this thing that you're bringing through is like selfish and egotistical. So you're just kind of you're not fully embracing it because it's like, yeah, but everyone's going to see, and I don't want to be confident about it because I don't want to be seen as like an asshole, right? That's what this feels like. Okay. Richard, yeah. Take a leap, be focused and humble, and good. Yeah, this is really good. This is a really good pokey reading, but it's pokey in the best of ways. Right? It's pokey at a wonderful time before you get all up in it. You can decide like how you're going to approach it and kind of keep your eye out for the times that you're like, I don't want to, but I don't want to be seen like this. I don't want anyone to think this of me. Okay? I don't want my confidence to look like I'm being cocky. First of all, how do I word this? Wording things on public platforms is complicated, guys. One of the things, and I'm speaking to because most of like my audience is female or AFAB or trans in some way, right? So us being confident or see, when we engage with our life from a place of confidence and surety, and like, this is the way, that is seen as cocky and egotistical, and you're being a bitch, and you're being a problem in some way, because we are not supposed to do that in this culture. We are supposed to be quiet and soft and defer to a male perspective. Like, there's some of that work in this, like this internalized, um, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, you have been trained, your indoctrination under the patriarchy has you mistaking your confidence for cockiness, your surety for being like a bitch, being problematic in some way, right? So you're allowed to be confident about it. Humble, I mean, it depends on your definition of humble, right? Uh, Other people's idea of you doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What they're feeling or thinking about what you are doing or how you're presenting is their business. It has nothing to do with you. It is a projection of their lived experience, regardless of how much you try to explain yourself. It doesn't matter. It's how brains work. So you're allowed to walk through life like you're a baddie. You're allowed to engage, to chase your dreams from a place of confidence, right? That doesn't mean you're being egotistical. The line is when you are engaging with others as if they are less than you because of that, right? But that's not necessarily what you're doing. You're just being confident, right? If your confidence makes others feel less than, that is their responsibility to navigate, not yours. Unless you are being an asshole. So look at that. If you're being an asshole, knock it off. But I fracking doubt it. I doubt you're being an asshole about it. I bet you're far too afraid of being seen as an asshole to actually do that. I personally think you probably should be more of an asshole, but I approach things differently, right? All right, guys. That's our reading for the day. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. I will be back tomorrow to do this again. Today is the belief release ceremony with the Spellcrafters Guild, right? Am I right about that, Ocean? I think so. Yeah, I am right about that. Today is a belief release ceremony. So I will see members of the coven later this afternoon when we do our monthly release together. So much fun. All right. So let's close out this working, hand on your heart, and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right, witches, remember, if you can't be good at it, If you can't be good, be good at it. If you can't be good at it, then fuck it, man. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.